What's up, family? We are back with another video, and this meal right here, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this one go crazy. This is that get 'em and keep 'em for real meal. Let's jump right into it. We got some crushed garlic we are adding to this bowl, some olive oil. By the way, we making our marinade for our steak right now. That's some soy sauce we're going to add to this bowl. Yes, and we're going to be marrying those flavors now, guys. We got some W sauce we are going to be added into this bowl as well. You want to get that W sauce all up in there. We're going to jump right in with some fresh squeezed orange juice and some lime juice to tenderize your meat. Just use 1/2 of an orange juice, 1/2 of the lime juice. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Be careful with the salt because remember we added the soy sauce, and soy sauce contains a decent amount of sodium itself. So we're going to coat our steaks all up in this marinade, guys. Look how silky that steak is looking, guys. We're going to put this off into the fridge for at least an hour. And this is that broccoli rabe, guys. Isn't she beautiful? So I'm just going to take off some of these stems from the bottom of the broccoli. And then I'm going to coat my pan with some olive oil and lightly roast or sear my garlic. Really lightly because I'm going to add it back to the pot. I just want to get some of that flavor in that oil and also to sear up my garlic a little bit. Guys, I know that this pot looks a little small for the amount of rabe I have, but it's going to cook down. You guys are going to see it cook down, and if I would have used a bigger pot, I would have had a bigger pot for a little bit of broccoli. So anyway, I'm adding back that garlic. I'm adding in some crushed red pepper flakes, guys. You want to be careful if you don't want your rabe to be too spicy. Don't use a lot. And also, I meant to say really quickly that sometimes people like to clean up those leaves a little bit more, like make it a little less leafy, I guess. But I wanted my leaves, so I left them on. And guys, your broccoli rabe is done when it gets soft, like how you see here. I know some people like a more of a crispy broccoli, so if you want yours to be more on the crispy side, you just take it out once it's done and it done cooked down. And if you like it to be more crispy, by all means leave it more crispy. But if you want it to be a little bit more soft like mine, then it could be a little bit more soft, but just not mushy. Mushy is not good. And really quickly, you don't have to add as much garlic as I did because I went in, but I love garlic. So, and now I'm going to sear our steak. Guys, just look at this broccoli. I love it. It tastes so good. I love the leaves on it. I don't know why somebody would want to get rid of them, but like we always say, this is your dish. Make it your own, baby. And of course, you always got to be the first to taste your food, so why not a little bite? So now, guys, when you first put your steak in the pan, try not to move it. Don't move it for at least 1 to 2 minutes when you first put it in the pan. If it is like stuck down to the pan, leave it until it releases on its own. Now, I had got a beautiful sear on my steak, but it could have been even better if I would have used avocado oil or a vegetable oil because that smoke point allows the steak to sear way more beautifully than just the olive oil, which I used because that's all I had. So just a little tip. Into this pan with the steak, I added some rosemary. You can leave the rosemary out if you're not used to herbs. Some thyme, some shallot, and some garlic and butter. And look at this plate, guys. This was so gorgeous. Oh, my goodness. It was so tasty. You will impress anybody with this dish. I'm telling you. So we're going to jump right into those potatoes, guys. We can't forget those potatoes. So I just boiled some red potatoes to my liking, tenderness liking, if that makes sense. I just was poking it with a fork or my finger just to see if it was at my tenderness liking. And you could do the same. And then I just tossed them around in some butter. I made a chimichurri, which is some cilantro, some parsley, some minced garlic, some olive oil, some squeezed lime, and a red scotch bonnet pepper, guys. Some scotch bonnet peppers could be pretty spicy, so I would be very careful with that. I diced it really small. If you don't want the spice, you could also use a red bell pepper and just dice it really small, and it will give the same effect. It would look just as beautiful with that pop of color and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to toss these potatoes around in this chimichurri, add a little salt to taste. Like I said, we want it to be tasty, not salty. There's my potato on the inside, guys. And we are all done with this dish, guys. I truly enjoyed this dish, and I know that you will, and whoever you make it for will, if you want to get them and keep them with it. And we are out, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, that share button. Also, don't forget to check the description box for all the specs on this dish. And until next time.